Hello, good evening, or I should say good morning. It's about 2 a.m. my time. This is Empyrion Galactic Survival, and I'm just going to play around a little bit today on the single player mode to show you what I have built and what I can be built. Um, Not many people have played this game yet because it's still in the alpha beta or whatever it is in, but it's pretty cool. So let's go with should I go new game or multiplayer? Let's go new game, shall we? Let's pick a new game, and we're going to pick a scenario today. Difficulty settings is going to be, let's see. Know what? Cancel that. No. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to go back, and we're going to play on live. I'm going to go play on my server, which is called Neo Star Fury at twitchtv.com. Of course, I'm streaming on live for Yahoo or YouTube, and that's it for now. Um, I have better time with Twitch, but I'm trying to give you YouTube a chance to find me. So I'm going to connect to my server. I was previously going into space to design a spacecraft for flight, so I may still be there and probably suffocating in the process. So I have to stick my codes in place so that I can go in creative mode on an adventure server. So we'll see how it turns out. If you like to build, if you like Minecraft, then you'll enjoy this game because it's pretty much the same concept. However, if you like to do space adventures and flying, you also can do that here too. Alright. This enables me to spawn and do everything I want, so. And I'm not going to spawn any blueprints, so no point in doing that and clutter up my space. I'm going to definitely have to go places and deal with certain things here. And since I'm in God mode, I think I'm. Oh, by the way, the other day I figured I would, for fun, I went ahead and spawned the Super NES spaceship created by another person. But I forget who the creator was, but it was freaking ingenious. I mean, it really was. This is basically a giant ship. This is a capital ship. It looks like my keys may be inverted, or I'm upside down, or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely not floating on all gears right now. I'm not sure why I'm flipping around. Okay, something is definitely very off here. Ah, no! No! Don't want to lose my tool. I'm just trying to figure out why I am turning around. There we go. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm not used to the controls doing that. It must have been some kind of revisionary thing. Alright, over here, if I'm not mistaken, there is also a ship over here that I built. I gotta go up or down, one of the two. Um, huh. Anyways, there's a plant. That's what it looks like down below. There's still a little area that's probably not usable yet. The plant's a bit bigger and there's a bit more weather involved into it. Today I want to introduce you to building ships. So let's see, what do you want me to build? A capital ship or a small ship? Well, if you want to see a small ship, I have two of them that I created myself. I'm going to bring them out. Or all of them. Alright, I don't know which ones I want to bring out. Alright, my blueprints. I have mine specifically labeled. Alright, this I did. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if that's mine or not. But I did do Orion Mech. I'll spawn that out. Oops. Okay, well, I can show them at least. I'll just show it. Update it. Public. Alright, spawn. That's my Orion mech. Well, I guess there's this issue on Steam. It must be need to be updated, I suppose. So this is my Steam mech that I did before the latest patches. So this thing still works. It flies around, shoots weapons when I load it up. So it's pretty neat. I like that one. I have another ship that I created that's completed. Now, this is the funny one because I literally made a school bus. I'm not lying to you. Let's see. Private. I wonder why it did that error thing. Data transmission field. Error. Server read only. Servers read only. Please try again later. Not real sure why it's doing that. So let's just forget it, okay? And then, of course, I got my school bus. My meep meep. Galaxy High. Ride the short bus, people. I know. It's retarded as hell. It's pretty basic to make, but this is a small ship before the update. Now, I could recreate either of these craft into something a little bit better. I think what I might actually do, now, it's going to take me some work to do, but I think that maybe I can recreate the school bus. But I maybe want to have it just a bit different. It's not bad size. It's about right. Sort of. Yeah, it's in a physical sense correct. But the blocks are so thick, and that's because they don't have any smaller blocks. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and redesign the school bus a different way. Let's see what we got here. What do I have in my inventory right now? These are the combat steel blocks for capital vessel and base. Alright, so all this stuff is just useless. I'm going to go put this stuff into a storage locker. And if I'm not mistaken, I still have one inside one of my devices here. I think the school bus has a storage unit, like everything else. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Alright, so I see oxygen tank. Constructor. Oh, here we go. I'll go to the constructor. I'll go ahead and stick these in here for now. I'll lose them eventually. But they're just trash right now. They're just collecting space. Constructors can craft all this stuff right here if you have it in the list. Depends on what you're doing, like food and medicine and weapons and ammo, stuff like that, charging the plates. Then you have the blocks. You make your steel blocks, your windows, and your meshes. Then you got your other stuff. I'm still learning this energy matrix thing, but there's all kinds of stuff in here. Landing gear, you name it. It's all locked right now because I'm not ready for leveling it. I didn't level up yet enough on my leveling tree. I'll have to go through that later on. For now, though, let's just remove this stuff out of here. I'll keep 2 stacks of those. Those are my batteries for when I'm done. I can power up my ship as I see fit. I didn't realize there was extra blocks over here. I got plenty of room. Okay, so I keep my charges and my ammo because I got a gun too. A minigun. I love my minigun. Minigun's so cool. Isn't it cute? Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and going to close this shutter. Yes, shutters do work, so do doors. Elevators, not so much. They're just blocks you go up and down with your buttons. So it's not like you have an actual working elevator. If they did, that'd be pretty neat. I'd like that. So, alright, now, I did say I wanted to recreate the Galaxy High school bus, but in a different way. Now, I'm not sure how much bigger I can... I don't want to make it too big, because then it won't be a school bus no more. It'd be more like an RV. So since I do have item menus, I can basically summon my stuff for free. Normally, you would have to get yourself a tool to mine the ore out of the ground, such as iron, cobalt, steel, copper, tin, whatever it is, the cobalt, and then of course rocks and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get a small vessel starter, put that in there, and then of course I will make it simple. I could go ahead and make combat steel, hardened steel blocks. Let's put the small ship. There we go. That way I keep everything that I need for the small ship here. Plastic blocks, shutters of windows, armored windows. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to artificial mass block. Additional weight is used to balance the center of the mass. The vessel improve flight over hovering ability. I'm not going to mess with that too much. I'm going to get 2 stacks of this. One stack's going to go right back in here. I'm going to get a stack of wings, 2 different kinds of wings. I don't need those out yet. Once I get into what I want out, then I'll go ahead and put it in there. Alright, then you got the glass, the windows, and armored windows glass. Always armored. I'd rather prefer armored. Shutters. I can get some shutters. Let's see, what else do I want to get? Now I want to get some other stuff other than this. So, okay, I could get the trusses, but there's really no point putting a truss in a small ship. Not right now, at least. I don't think I'd have a need to, unless I wanted to build something like a Millennium Falcon, or a B-wing fighter, or some Star Trek or Battlestar Galactica ship, or whatever I want to build. And believe me, there's a lot of things you can build. There's just there's the limit to your imagination is everything. I mean, whatever you want, whatever you can build in this game. You just have to be creative at it. Radar deco. I'll go get one of those. Actually, I only need one. They look real tacky when they're bulky. I gotta get rid of some of those. Okay. Let's go to blocks and let's go to this. Okay, here's a no. Okay, here's everything else we need. Righto, righto. Sorry. You can only use one short range. Short range. You can only use one short range jump drive. Warp drive. I don't know why they call it warp drive. They be careful what they call it. It's kind of yeah, not a good idea to call it a warp drive. Somebody's always used that idea. Let's see. Does not work in space. I'll get one anyways, though. I might be on the planet. Who knows? Okay. And then, I guess you got. Okay, you need a warp drive tank, storage tank, warp tank. This goes with a warp drive. We're gonna get all of our equipment together and figure out what we want. Cockpits are variable, so we'll get one cockpit to go in there, and it can be changed. It doesn't look like that necessarily. I've tried to do that the other day. It's sort of difficult. Now the RCS, those are very important when building your ship. I cannot emphasize this enough. You have to have a bunch of these. If you don't have any RCS, your ship doesn't turn worth a crap. I'm telling you, these basically help you with your turning. So I always try to get at least 60 of these, even though I don't really need 60. I may actually get 3 more stacks, just until I know what I'm going to use them on. Alright. The next thing you think about getting would be rocket launchers and stuff like that, but let's wait on that for a minute. Let's get the most important equipment out first. This can get put away for now. We don't need that out. And RCS will be put here for now. I'll put my gun away for now, okay? Alright. I don't get attacked in space very often, so it doesn't really matter. The next thing we will try to get in here to add to the template to get it started to build will be, let's see, ramps and doors. So let's get a stack of ramps and a stack of doors. We'll put those over here. Alright. I'll also get, it may not be a school bus. I think I may actually go with something different. Just for the simple fact that it'd be easier for me to explain. Our thrusters, jet large, 3x7. I'm not sure what these look like. Those are large mediums. And then, of course, I think there's a smaller version of it. Yeah, the medium thrusters. Thrusters, they add a little speed to you. Thrusters are important for forward, reverse, up, down, and side to side. That helps you turn. If you don't have a way to slow down, then you're SOL. Thrusters jet. These are a second edition thruster jets, and I'm not sure if I want the XL or XXL. Hit points, energy usage. Well, let's just go with. How many do I need? Okay, you know what? Got to keep them all the same size. So I'll get a bunch. I'll get 2 more stacks. Alright, and I'll remember what these are. I'm going to have these facing in different directions too. So I'm going to have a pretty wide ship, I think. So I do apologize in advance. It takes a lot of work to build a really good ship. And I just got to work at it, I guess. Alright, next thing we want to worry about is spotlights. We'll definitely need some spotlights for it. Maybe 1 set. We'll need 1 armor locker. Okay, ventilation. Very important, especially if you want to breathe on your small ship. We'll put that right there. If you don't have ventilation, you have to stay in your spacesuit. You'll end up eating your oxygen up. Let's go with fuel tanks. Wow. Okay, we need 6 generators, maybe 12. Let's get 12 generators. I'm going to run out of space for everything, so I might have to come back and get some stuff later. Small thrusters probably would work just fine for the turning of the ship, but let's just say I don't care about energy usage, so I'm going to go ahead and get that, and I'm going to get... Yeah, I'm running out of room. Alright, so let's just say for now I will stop grabbing stuff and build. I have to consider that I need a lot of this space. Alright, we got the blocks set up. We'll set the warp drive out. We'll set the warp short range tank out. Put the shutters away. Take the cockpit. Put the glass away. And bring out the generators. Okay. And now we'll start our process of developing a small ship that is able to be gotten into. And I just got to come up with an idea. Alright, so I'm going to try my very best to create something that will work. There is a small vessel template. As you can see, there is a core in the middle. Core player faction. If you have a clan or a guild or a crew, you can set them up the faction on that by basically having a clan or build, and everybody can use this device. This also protects your ship from despawning when you finish building it. However, once it's blown up, your ship won't work no more and you're pretty much screwed. So you'll have to be careful when building your spacecraft to build it with enough protection to keep aliens from blowing it up, because they will go for your core generally first. Alright. So, now we're going to go ahead and just set up yeah. I did it again. I hit the wrong button again. I think it's... Yeah, I got to get rid of Z. I think I'm going to rekey that real quick. Options. Alright, let's see if miscellaneous controls. see, I want to change that. I don't like having my stuff dropped out of my fingers. Drop item. I'll put that as the 7 number key. Wait a minute. It's already assigned. A rotate block. Cancel. Alright, that's not going to work. Drop item. Let's make it for you. No, it's helmet. Cancel. I'll have to look at it again, of course. Drop item will be period delete. No. What the heck? What button's not being used? Are they all being used? Looks like they are. Man, okay. We'll see if we got the one for the right alt. Tell me if the right alt. You know what? Let's find it again. I might be able to use the right alt. I really. There's left alt. Alt plus 0. Left alt. There's a lot of controls I don't know. Alt Z. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Ooh. Right alt. Okay, there we go. That'll work. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and exit. Good. No more dropping my items needlessly. It's always good to map your keys where you want them, because otherwise you're just going to be fighting it all day long. Alright, so we got that out of the way. There's the generators. I think I had, yeah. Okay. What else should I do? I'll bring out some thrusters, because I need to know what the size are when I go to put them out. Okay, so back to what I was going to do before, and that was to basically set down some fully enforced steel blocks. And I'm also going to count blocks, because I want to keep it sort of, you know, routine. 4. No, something else is not right. I want to do this. I want to make sure that I put my warp drive down first. Get that sort of built around. I'm going to build around the warp drive area. Because I want the warp drive to be independent, not dependent on the ship's structure. There's a warp drive. It's still pretty big size. As you can see, it's got to be a certain size for it to work. We're making a small ship, so it doesn't really matter at this point. What we want to do is keep it protected, and this is the part we have to protect as well, so keep that in mind. Now, it can be a 2-story ship. So if we decide we want to do that, first what we're going to do is we're going to build a wall here, and a wall on the other side. I'm just going to try this for time. Alright, and then I need to figure out how tall I am and how many blocks I need. So it's going to probably be about 4 blocks tall. So I got to keep in mind, this is not going to be the small. It's going to be small, but it's not going to be small to standards like a small car. It's literally going to be very, very lumpy, very big. So we're going to put this here, just like this. I'm only building this for now to give it a basic idea of how I'm going to structure this ship to be set up for building. Now, this could be right directly in the center of the ship, or it could be at the very back, or the very front, or underneath, or on top. It's just user preference, pretty much for the most part. So you decide how you want your ship to look, and that's how it's going to look. You are in control of your design. Yeah, it's a little square. You know, there are some pattern changes you can actually do. But for now, let's just go ahead and build up my box here. Oops, that's not right. Okay, I can't do it the way I was going to do it. You can drop a whole bunch of blocks at one time. Alright, so right now, let's see. I got generators. I want to set generators in this area here, so all my power distribution is in one area. Okay, I've got 12 generators. Or did I? Yeah. Now, the more generators you have, of course, the more power you're going to output, which is very important because the more stuff you put into your ship, the more you're going to require. Alright, so basically that's 9. I'm going to see if I can flip this generator sideways, which I did. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Now, I've used all my generators in this. Oops. Alright, I just done it. Alright. I turned off my powers of deduction. Alright. Seriously. Here we go. Alright, since I have those filled in, I'll leave that. Okay. Let's just stay in first person, shall we? It's less confusing for everybody. I'm going to close this off and seal that up completely. You never have to look at that again. Now what I'm building is just the actual power systems that require to run the ship. This will give it the protection on the crystal. Now if you like your warp engine to show, that's fine. A lot of people like to show off their display of the warp engine. One thing I did forget to do is go ahead and put my warp cylinder in there. There. Now, that'll take care of that. Pentaxid is a cell that you'll be using to put in here. And when you go to your ship to fill it up, you can fill it up from the console as it states right here. If you see this grid right here at the top beside the map, when you're in your ship, this will light up and you'll have a bunch of options to fill up and manage and maintain your power systems and to line everything up. Okay. That's pretty bulky. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. But a small ship might require to be a little bulky. So we're going to go ahead now, and I'm going to still work on the back part of the ship. This is the whole rear. So I've got to do the rear a certain way, otherwise it's just not going to work. Ooh, look at the size of these engines. Yeah, these are pretty big. I can't change the design of them either. So what I'm going to do is not put those there for now. Not yet. Alright. We're going to hold off on the engines for just a second. Actually, let me see how wide they are. Alright, if I can get my ship to be about as wide as that, I can get away with sticking thrusters on both ends to give it to... Let's see, it's going to have to be... I'm just going to set them down for right now. I'm going to pop... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, well, it's too late now. Yeah, I don't want to take it up. It's a pain in the ass. Alright, so there's thrusters going this way and this way. Oh, I mentioned earlier about having thrusters to turn your ship side to side. This is what I meant. No, you can use smaller thrusters for that. You don't actually have to use these giant, bulky, oversized engines. You really don't. I just did that to give you an idea of what I'm doing. And then, of course, you'll want to be able to fill that in, get that hidden. Now you can use the extra spots on the back here where everything is going to basically hide your fuel tanks and so on and so forth. I would recommend keeping your fuel tanks away from your engines or your warp drive or your weapons because they blow up pretty good. Alright, how many blocks do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 blocks. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Measurements are very important, by the way. Let me remind you. If you don't build your ship a certain way and you got it lopsided, it sucks, man. It just blows chunks. It's like tossing green salad at somebody. Alright. Green salad. Now the engines, they turn on when you turn them on, and these are the exhaust ports right here. Keep that in mind. This is a small ship, but it's a relatively large small ship. It'll fly the same as any ship. Keep that in mind. This actually, the way I'm doing it, may actually be a top design to a small ship carrying. I want to be able to walk in the ship and have cargo. So, you know what? I'll do that. I'm going to leave it just like this. This will be fine the way I'm coming up with it. It's not the best idea in the world, but I'm going to go with it anyways because I can. Alright, we need RCS. We need a lot of RCS right now. Otherwise, we're going to have trouble later. So, we're going to put an RCS here. 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 I didn't put it in the right place. I gotta pick that RCS up. Alright. That RCS went in the wrong place. Alright. Yeah, I can see that being an issue later on down the road. Alright, so we got RCS there, and I need to build in some fuel tanks. And you're going to want fuel tanks. You want enough of them that you know that when you fill up the pentaxid in there, or the cores, whatever you put in there, you won't run out of fuel in a couple of days or a couple of hours. You want it to last you at least a week, at least. Alright. You want to be able to do that and enjoy it, your time playing it. Keep in mind, a lot of these things are going to get... Don't do this, because this is dangerous. Putting them all in under your, near your thrusters and stuff. Fortunately, there... Oh, shit. Fortunately, there is no danger of overheating heating them with your ship's engines. If there were, there'd be a lot of ships going boom, boom, boom. I'm not sure I'm gonna put it in there yet. So as soon as I get this one in there, straight. Okay, now I gotta hit H. I gotta get that last one. There's 9 on that wing, on that secondary wing there. Needs one more. And yet, see that? That's fuel tank. Alright, so we need to have another one. The end of the block there. So 10 on that one, 10 again. We'll have 20 fuel tanks for now. We'll add more as we go, when we get to it. You're probably wondering why just in the middle? Because this is going to be the back top section of the ship, and I need it to be uniform with the design I intend on building. As you build, it's a good idea to decorate. I'll explain decorating and changing the looks of it soon. Now that we have that, let's take a look. We have anything here got to go in here. More fuel tanks, that's fine. But I want to go ahead and take and add okay, oxygen tanks. Easier that way. I keep thinking that I have to do each one individually. I do not. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three. All right. What we don't use, we can discard of and go for another item. All right. So we're moving right along. We're going to get more in here. We're going to figure out what we're going to put other stuff. Now, this next row, we can put storage boxes or whatever. Okay. Alright, so let's see what else we've got. Mobile constructor, you only need 1. Well, you can have up to 6 or 12. Because you can do different things all at the same time. But let's keep it simple. Let's see. Ammo boxes, small ones, and ammo. Small. Where's the big one? Cargo box, ultra rare. Don't want to use that one. Okay, there are no large ammo boxes for the small ships. So, yeah. So that means we're just going to go ahead and let me get rid of some of these tanks. I don't need these tanks. There we go. Oh, okay. We'll take these ammo boxes. Now, ammo boxes are going to be your best friend because you're going to be carrying bullets or powered stuff, you know. You want to have enough ammo stored up. Now, I tell you, if I don't build this right, and an alien does blow up my power core, real close to my player core, I'm gonna go up in a ball of glory. I'm telling you right now. One more. Okay, that's good enough. I want to sort of keep it balanced. I know it looks weird, huh? Alright, and of course, an RCS here. Now I'm going to keep adding these RCS every time I get a chance to. I want to be able to turn this monster around when I'm ready. You saw that, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go over here and do the same thing here. Wall of blocks. Now it doesn't look like much yet, but give it time. It'll add up to something nice. I think I gotta restream my setup here. My boob tube just went poopy on me. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that, viewer, if you were watching. He's already gone. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It's just for me anyways. People might actually watch it eventually. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to seal off the back here. We're going to add a little bit more here first. That's what we're going to do. We're gonna finish this up eventually, but right now we're gonna do ourselves a back section here. And figure out exactly how I'm gonna finish that off. Now, um, I want to have things available to view, so there might be cargo boxes that you can see from inside the ship directly. So I'm not going to hide those as much. So I'm going to go ahead and going to pull this up, do this. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and do it. Once I have it sealed, I should be able to determine how I want it to look. I still got to cover up the warp drive, the warp core. If I don't cover up the warp core, it'll get it'll get popped. All right. Oh, bollocks. Well, it's going to be a pain in the nuts. There we go. Everything is, it's just a big box. That's all this is. It's just a big old box. That's all it's going to have to be. When I'm done with it, it should be logical to what I want it to be. Didn't work out the way I wanted it to. This thing doesn't ever want to work when I want it to work. Turds. Screw this. Alright, fine. It wants to be difficult, then I can be difficult too. There. Now this part right here is going to make a difference on how the rest of the ship is going to actually look. You don't have to put everything in a corner in a box like this. I wouldn't advise it. I'm doing it because I'm just building a ship that's different. I'm not worried about how it looks right now. But I do want to add a plate on top. All the way to the core. Oops. I'll leave a little blank spot in there, and I'll explain to you why afterwards. Alright, let's go ahead and seal this monkey up right there. Now I have to be creative with this if I want it to work. As you can see, there's thrusters in the front, two sides thrusters. That's for the back. This is more or less the back or the front, whichever you want to look at. Alright. Now I could seal this up, and I probably should. But I'm going to hold off on doing that for right now until I think about my design. Okay, I don't think you can put... Okay, so I am 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks tall, which means there'd be a 6-block tall wall. 6 blocks tall. I don't believe that stairs are included. Nope. Neither are elevators. Rails and walkways are... I'll have to come up with another idea for that. Actually, I don't really need that. I can make ramps just using the blocks themselves. And glass can be done with that. Alright, so I'm working on figuring this out. Alright. The ship can be wider or it can be narrow. In any case, I want to have it a certain length. Alright, so I want to sort of like, let's see. The player's 4 blocks tall. I want to have it so that yeah, the hard part of building a ship is knowing where to put stuff. Now I pretty much already have a core built for it. I just need to put a floor down, floor plan. And that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to do it right here. It's gonna look pretty boring right now, but when I'm done with it, it'll have some juicy life to it. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna make it look. This is possibly way too thick. I'm not gonna be able to get it in my base, that's for sure. So we're not even gonna think about that. We're just gonna think about building it wide enough so we can put stuff where it needs to be. Once I get and figure this out, now small ships require you to be in the seat, which is going to put a little problem for people who like to walk around in space. Without a generator to gravitize it down, you're pretty much going to be floating or probably get peered through the thing. So I am going to come up with an overall design specification that it's going to be a narrow ship. It doesn't have to be wide. So I'm going to create hallways, corridors. So let me see what I can do with these blocks. So I'm going to do here. That's the ceiling. This is the top marker right here. That's for the internal part of it. So let's go ahead here. Let's get some blocks. And let's see. Alright. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Alright, yeah. Okay. Let's just do this right now. It's not even, as you can see. It's no worries. I'm going to set this right here. Now, that's the ceiling. I have it angled so I can put stuff underneath. And now I'm going to go ahead and put a block here. Block here. In space, everything floats, so you don't have to worry about it falling down your head. At least not yet, anyways. Then you put the cap on it. Well, anyways, let's do this. You're going to want to do it anyways, right? So go ahead and do that. Alright, now we're going to way to walk in here. This will pretty much be your height. The lights can go over here. And then we're going to do something a little different. I haven't thought about this before, but it would be a good idea. Let's find a storage box. Let's put these, you know what? Alright. Get rid of these for now. Storage boxes, special events containers, cargo boxes. So there's two kinds of cargo boxes, but we don't necessarily want to use the purple ones because you may not actually be able to create those once you get into a regular game. We don't want to make it hard for you to get anything. So 30 cargo boxes. We're going to go ahead and lay out some cargo boxes so that you can actually store your equipment. Oops. Alright. And we're going to do something else with that too. So you'll see what I mean in a minute. We're going to put that there, that there, that there. I'm trying to drag it, but it won't work that way. So. Bollocks. Sometimes it jumps around on me and I don't catch it. I don't catch it in time. Alright. Not all of them will be accessible there, so we're going to keep that in mind. Alright, so I need, you know what, H. I need, fridges, and I'm also going to need mobile constructors. So we'll put the fridges on this side. And mobile constructors. See, there's a mobile constructor. It's only two. You're gonna use, I guess, one. These things are pretty big, so we put one in here. I got that set up in the wrong spot, as you can see. That's not good. I set it up on the wrong side. Everything's got to come up. Alright, you know what? It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to build it. I'll take it up. I'll redesign this thing to be right. Alright, we're going to take these boxes up real quick. I have a better idea for these. Okay. All right. Storage boxes. Fridges. Let me put these cargo boxes down real quick where they properly belong. Now let's get the fridges out. There's a reason why I'm bringing the fridges out, because the fridge is going to be stored on the back wall. You may not need as many refrigerators as you need something else. This you can trust me on. So, let's see. I need to get one of these ends. Okay. oxygen station. Once you get power on, you have O2 in there, you can get oxygen right here. Refrigerators are right here for storing food. Then you have your storage boxes, which should provide you plenty of locato spot. It's not gonna lag a lot. And then you got 6 instructors that will let you do 6 tasks simultaneously, making your production a little more efficient. Now, with that being said, I need to also add in another station and put in, let's see what we have. I want to make it look really realistic. Okay, I got the ventilations already. Let's see. Armory lockers. I don't think, yeah, they'll fit here. Alright, we'll put those in the cabin. Alright, let's see. Sensors and signals. Railway, railways. I need to make sure. There's not a whole lot of decorations you can put in here because of the size. So, yeah, okay. I have all the necessary things in here right now to get me going. So, I'm going to go ahead and add in the lighting in here. I don't know if I got the right lights or not. Well, I guess they are the right ones. Alright. So that's the way that is. Alright, here's a light here. Light here. It may be a little brighter in here than it needs to be, but that's okay. I don't think anybody's going to really care. I did do it wrong, didn't I? I don't think so. Maybe it's okay. That last one looked off. Yeah, it is off. I noticed something was a little bit off about the whole thing. Yeah, it's good to keep that in mind. Also, when you're building a ship. Basically, this is a factory station here. So I don't have anything else to put in here. There's no real decorations to put in here. Unfortunately, no. So that pretty much puts your build to risk, if you get my point. Now, as you can see, the walls extend. There's a secondary section here. That actually could be by itself. I don't have to have this whole piece right here. If I do not choose to have it, I can have it look like something else. So now we're going to go ahead and put some RCS here. Keep in mind, we gotta make this ship turn when it comes to be done. I gotta make sure I can turn this girl. Don't want to have a flaw occur and it not work. See, I still got a couple more things I gotta do before I can fully complete that design. Now I've used all my blocks on the first rows. So now what I need to do is check one more thing here. Now I need to figure out how wide the ship's going to be and how long, and also what this is going to represent when it's done. So I need to figure out how I'm going to have my crew quarters and so on and so forth. And once I don't have any need for this, then I get rid of it, right? Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and add these. Oh, I don't need to add those. Alright, well, actually, I probably do. Alright. There is this one going up. Don't think I like that too much. Keep in mind, I'm trying to make it so it's not so tall, so it's not too ridiculous, you know? Alright, so I think that's okay. Same thing's gonna have to be done here. That's for up and down. Right now it's not going to look too good, so I'm hoping that I can get this set up properly so it'll look somewhat reasonable. Alright. Now for the blocks again. Oh, I'm out of blocks here. Alright. Gonna now fill that in. Yes, there's a hollow point in there. Literally. But nothing I can do about that right now. I'm just trying to figure this ship out and how it's going to balance out physically when I'm done. Now these could be designed into something different. I can use those as point measurements. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in there. That way I don't have too much guessing work to do. It's going to get a little bit more, I know. That's not a problem though. Okay, so now I gotta go. Alright. 3 blocks are from there. 3 blocks from there. So it's 3 blocks and 3 blocks, which is what it needs to be. so both sides are identical. And now I gotta work on another section here that's gonna change the design. The back's always hard to do because you don't want a funky looking rear end on your ship. You don't want to make like it's a fat, flat ass like mine when I sit down all day long. You want it to be voluptuous, like a boot, like a Brazilian booty. In layman's terms, you do want it to look good. You don't want to just build a box and fly it around because then there's no fun in building a box that just flies. Might as well be a Borg ship. I know. We're not talking about trademarking Star Trek now, okay? Excusez-moi. We're going to have a lot of design changes on this thing as we go. So basically, this is a single room here. This is a crafting studio location. Let me see if I can get anything else inside there. Yeah, doors. Okay. Okay, so we're going to end up doing that. Glass walls, we're going to do that too, and ventilation systems. Then, of course, your seats, and so on. And spotlights. Okay, so it shall work itself out one way or another. And it will. It will take some time, but it will work itself out. Now, since I do have it elevated here, I'm going to see how much I need to. That's what I thought. So, okay. I have an idea working on a plan here. In order for it to work, I need to build it up to it. I don't want the thrusters to be seen shooting at the top. It wouldn't look very good. Now there's a reason for this. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I'm going to have this thing jacked up and smacked up. It's going to be nice. Once I'm done, it should be decent. Yeah, I didn't think it would. It's going to be a bit heavy. I got to remember to put the RCS in too, because I think I may have missed an opportunity to do that earlier. Alright. This is going to cause great difficulty, great headaches. It's a bit of a giant puzzle, putting it together. But a puzzle, nevertheless, it will be great. We'll make space great again. Yeah, I did go there. I most certainly did. Got a problem with that? Yeah, I bet you did. Alright, so basically now I'm just going to go ahead here. Now, I may not get this whole thing built tonight, but I certainly will try. I really would like to get it all built in one night, but we see that time is not on my side since it's about 3 o'clock. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 3:10.
Wow, my wife's going to be going to bed in about 10 minutes, I guarantee it. And she's going to want me to follow her to bed. And when my wife says she wants me to come to bed, it usually means good things. So I have to comply. Resistance is futile. Yeah, I know, another Star Trek thing. I know. It's fun though. I don't care. I don't care if anybody cares. Alright, I'm going to try a little something here. These are the 2 pylons that are going to be sitting here. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those. And I got to cover them up. Seriously. Fine. Okay. Alright. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Let me see here. Let's try this real quick. I'm going to change up design now. And I'm going to do this. This is supposed to be a small ship. Well, not exactly small enough. Not for what I hoped for, but whatever. Let's just go with a small capital ship. This one right here will definitely take the Marines around and drop them off. Or your troops. Or even a research vessel. Whatever the twat you want it to be. Okay, we have that there like that. Now, as far as this is concerned, this design can literally change. I know what can go here if I really wanted it to. But I'm not going to do that just yet because I'm not done with the external workings of this ship yet the way I want it to be. Now, this will fit through a larger size door for base at some point, but it can't go much higher than that. So I'm going to go ahead and try something real quick while it's on my brain to do so. Let's go down. I think I came up with another idea to make this look just a little more. See, what do I want to do here? Do I want to stack them together here? Which means I have to have it. Okay, let's do this. Let's use these pylons here for what they're meant to be used for. I need another level. Looks like I may be. Oops, wrong one. Looks like I may be doing that. Oh. I hit the number 2, but. Now, this does expose it a little bit. So, don't worry, it's fine. Because once it's closed and sealed, it's gonna be pretty good, I think. Shit. Well. Sorry about that, guys. I think I'm gonna have to take another chunk out of the old bucket. Alright, so 4 thrusters for the rear. And that's too high. Hi, ay, ay, mamma mia. I'm tired of messing up like this. It takes too much time to correct it all. There we go. So 4 jets on this side. And now I gotta do it over here. Those are the rear jets. We'll work on this design as we go. I will leave these sort of open so you can see them. So you can see them take off and whatnot. So this is going to be part of the design. Now this middle section here, I have plans. I have plans for the middle sections of this block, so it's not a big deal. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to. All right, let's see blocks here. I'm going to. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go ahead and get these blocks straight. I'm just going to go ahead and fill this area in right now for now. Oop, I don't want to do that here. For now, till I figure out exactly what I have intended to do will work first. Now, of course, the top of the engine is bare right and showable right now, but that's okay. You'll see why in just a minute. Stuff isn't exactly set up the way it should be. It just isn't. Alright. This thing's it's gonna be a freaking tank flying around in space. It's stupid. It really is. Oh, Follix. I gotta. Oh, you know what? That's okay. These are okay. This will be okay. You'll see why in a moment. That's good. Alright. I need to have a little underbelly anyways. So, let's go ahead and clear out these excess blocks. Now, I probably should leave those there, but I'm going to take them out. Alrighty then. Now, I will have more thrusters and stuff that you'll be able to see on the outside. But I'll have additional thrusters in that you can't see so that, you know, that you get all this power from nowhere. So it's gotta look good, or I just won't have it fly. And I also want it to be a little more aerodynamic on the sides, which is gonna be a huge challenge. Alright. But I had to do it this way because apparently I'm gonna have something sticking out here on 4 corners. Alright. And I might have it high enough where I can get up underneath of it and just get on the ship that way. So yeah, that would be interesting too. Now I got one of the easiest parts done of this so far. I'm going to go ahead and fill that in real quick. I'm not going to take these off yet until I figure out how. Oh, I already did, didn't I? Alright, let's put this right here. Hey, how's it going? My little Marubian kitty. She likes to come over here and talk to me when I'm working. She knows it bothers me, but she does it anyways. Oh, I need it in a row here. I need to fill that whole thing in. Seriously. Bastard. I want to let me do it that way, damn it. Shit. Alright. I must have a offset here. Alright, well there's some stuff there I can definitely use the area there for other things. Well, let me just finish the top portion of the bag thruster. I'll call it the bag thruster. Basically, it's just one giant up and down, forward. I don't have any backward thrusters yet. Oh man. All right. Yeah. Also, keep in mind I did mention that we need reverse thrusters, and we do. I need to measure them up. I need to test them out. I need to see where they can go. I am forgetful. Okay. All right. I'm cool with that for now. I am actually okay with that for now. All right. All right. What we're gonna do here? We're gonna change. Okay. I need to RCS. Okay. Real quick. I'm using that at the moment. Ah, I got a lot of these up here already. Alright, I'm gonna go and glass out real quick, okay? Oh, okay. I want to check something out here. I want big sheets of glass. There's only one problem. That. It's supposed to be a ceiling. Pushing the wrong buttons. Yeah, sometimes I do that and don't realize it. And it's like, why isn't it working? Well, because you're pushing the wrong button, man. Now, there's a very good reason for this. You'll see why in a minute. Doors. Actually, I better check the doors first. Because doors are weird. This game has weird doors. Where's the door at? Door, door, door. Where's the door? I didn't pull it out. That's what she said. Alright. She didn't say that to you, though. Alright. It looks like this door's... Ooh, wowee. Hey, look what I did wrong. Okay, let's do this. Alright, then. I forget that I'm not that small. If I was in a capital ship, yeah, that probably would have been huge. Huge. Alright. There. Okay. Now I can do the windows. If I can get them to stay. Looks like I'm gonna have to play stack the crack. There we go. There we go. And now for the final part. I think, oh yeah, you know what? That's okay. I'm good. I can put these up here. I need to put a triangle in there. I need a an angled block. Okay. It's coming along a little at a time. Now keep in mind this is just one elevation. It doesn't exactly mean it's going to be the only elevation. If it's strong enough to take off as a small ship, then it'll fly. But I gotta keep in mind also I need thrusters at all points. So I have to sort of make this long. Okay? Long and round, sort of. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do here. This is where it gets interesting. This is where it sort of gets a little bit more interesting. Is trying to cover this up so that way I can access it differently. I'm going to go ahead and seal this. I wasn't going to actually do that, but I think I shall. Alright, let's put these here. Every ship has a center strut that sticks up. Looks like like an aircraft. So let's try that. I'm gonna stick this right here like this. And I'll show you why in just a moment. But I'm gonna leave that right there. There's gonna be a little something added to it. Forward thrusters are on. Upper and lower are done back here. So the rear thrusters are going to be set a little differently. I have to keep in mind I have to keep the equal amount of rear thrust as I am forward thrust, so that the ship will come to a stop at a timely manner, because all thrusters are on at the exact same time. So with that being said, I will have to come up with another design. But let's go ahead and close this up as much as possible. Okay. Looks like I may have been off. What? 5, 1, 2. Oh no. Okay. Oh yeah, I did go. All right. This side's a little off. I got this too wide, so I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna nip the tip. Let me see if I can do it first before I. Okay. Yep. I did go a little too far. What happens? Good thing I have a multi-tool, and it's being reloaded now. See, it's okay. Make mistakes, just measure it out. Make sure you have your blocks set up the same way. And just go back after you're done and just fill in the blanks. Blah, 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 blanks. Fill in the blanks. Fill in the blah, 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 blanks. Okay. I'm not a singer, I know. Okay, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to torture your ears, but I just wanted to do that because it's fun. Alright. Yeah, this ship's not going to fit through no space station port unless it's an open door. It stays open. With an airlock. And now that's going to be one of my future projects, is building a giant space station. And it's going to be giant, I'm going to tell you right now. I expect my wife to walk in here any moment. She's going to want to go to bed, which means I'm going to have to stop the stream and go to bed. Boo hoo hoo. Alright. There we go. Now we got that part set up and ready to go. Now there is a good point and reason for this right here. The way this is designed will actually match these designs right here. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. Boom. That's all I gotta do. Fill this in. Wow, okay. Boom. Okay, and then zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Why's your so freaking gay? Alright. It's starting to take shape, but to be honest with you, I know it doesn't look good yet. I know it looks like a pile of give me some time, it'll look good. I just gotta work it out. And my wife's getting ready to walk up in here and say she's going to bed. So now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna drop dead Fred or what? Okay. The reason why I did that, I was gonna see about this design. Let's see. 5 wide. So let me go over here real quick. Actually, this is still too. Let me just set one up here just for right now. This has got to be diverted a little bit differently. There it goes. You sort of have to play with it. Just a little play here and there. I can't get it to go there. Seriously. Why you give me trouble? Alright. No, you're right. It doesn't look real good. It does give me a little bit of leverage to basically fit this in with a few blocks. That can be differently. That can be differentiated. I'll change that all eventually. I just right now want to get it so it's sort of a cluster built. You thought I was going to say that, didn't you? I bet you thought I was going to say cluster fudge. Alright. Here's where it gets interesting. Changing up completely the way it looks by adding in a little something something like this. I'm hitting the wrong buttons, of course, sorry. Hit V again, get back to first player. Turn this bad boy around like this, like this. Yeah, I'm gonna fix those corners. Don't worry about that. I am gonna fix that. And I might even pull these out a little bit, but for now, I'll just leave them there. They're gonna be part of the grand schema of things. He's a skeever. He's a worm eaver. Ah, shit. He's a maniac, maniac. Oh, she's a maniac. This is probably not going to be not going to be my best work. Actually, that's an understatement. Security systems have been armed, which means she's coming to bed. Okay. Try to get this done as quick as I can, but I'm going to have to continue this master build until tomorrow. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and try to put these in here real quick. There's my lady. She's looking to go to bed now. Yeah? I'm gonna finish these. Look, you come see what I'm doing. You wanna see? Do you want to look? No? Okay. She don't want to look. She says, I don't care about that crap. I won't do anything of that yet. No, that corner doesn't match that, I know. It's not going to really matter, though, if you think about it. Once it's in there, it's in there. I might actually also have to shrink these up. Oh, no. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I don't really want them the way they were trying to pull. Doesn't work that way for me. Yeah, I mean, I could probably shrink those up. Those libs are gonna have to come out, though. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. I'm gonna have to refinish the I don't know. This is all right to me for now. I'm running out of blocks. It took me 2,000 blocks. 100, let's just say 198 of these blocks to build this ship. There we go. Alright, oh, yeah, these can be changed, yes. Of course. And I will. Right now. Yeah. Sure. Well, might as well, right? What you really have here is a protective barrier, keeping those thrusters in check. Of course. Gonna have to come up with a different thought upon that one. Too many. Okay. I'll probably figure this out later. I'm going to go ahead right now and follow her example and try to get to bed. But before I do that, let me see if I can find a wing that's straight. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, let's see what these wings look like. Okay. Perfect. Alright. So, with that being said, to no further ado, I'm going to have to bid you a good night and get my ass to bed before my wife gets pissed off and uptight. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. So, with that being said, thank you for visiting me on this program today. And we're going to go ahead and leave this thing right here. You guys have a great night, and see you later on. Please feel free to like or follow or subscribe and leave a comment at the bottom of the screen. If you want to see more of this, just let me know by email at um, p l. Let's see. Wow, hold on one second. Yeah, PLANCE.UEE at gmail.com. All right, y'all have a nice night, and I'll see y'all another day. Peace out.